Makadan and Kin Indigenous Cause, Nipissing Dunjaba, Gibwanasin and Dorem, Manwachagain in Nindao, Minawadash, Anishinaabemowin, Kinamagain in Nindao. Welcome to the Ojibwe Syllabics workshop. My name is Don Cucci, and I've been teaching Anishinaabemowin and syllabic writing for pretty much 20 years. And I've learned a lot in the space of 20 years, and I still have a lot more to learn. So there's nobody here today. There usually is a few people in here, but today's a really hot day and there's nobody here. So what I decided to do is just give a brief outline for those of you who are new to syllabics, and I know that a lot of Anishinaabemowin speakers are new, just learning the language, and this will help understand the sounds that the symbols in the syllabic chart represent, and the sounds that are in fact used in the language. Even though there's a lot of symbols here, it's actually very simple. To speak Ojibwe, we only need 10 of these symbols, and those 10 are in 4 directions. So we have consonants and 4 vowels, basically, give or take a few. But that's an easy yardstick to remember. You have 10 consonants, 4 vowels, and with that, you can speak the language. So it's very easy. I have kids in kindergarten who are beginning to learn to read and write in syllabics. And I have a lot of adults who've never seen syllabics before, and very quickly become very proficient at reading and writing in syllabic writing. So some people learn it in as much as a few days. For me, to really absorb it the way I wanted to know it, it took me a couple of years, you know, and even after that, I was discovering more things about it. So, you know, it's very simple on one hand, and it has a set of complexities on the other, right? Like anything will. But in the beginning, I like to keep things just as simple as I can, so that people can have an easy time learning how to do this, okay? So first, let's look at the vowels, all right? Now, it's really important to learn how each vowel sounds according to the letter that represents it, okay? So the letter E is always pronounced A, okay? The single I and the double I. The single I is, and the double I is E, okay? So the E is never pronounced E, it's always pronounced A. And the I, the double I, that's always pronounced E, okay? Always. All right, now the O is O or O, okay? I use both pronunciations depending on the word, right? And some areas tend to use one sound more than another. I think, if I'm not mistaken, around the Minnesota area, they pronounce oo a lot more than they pronounce O. And in the central and northern Ontario regions, there's a bit more O pronounced, right? But it can pronounce it either way, oo or O. And finally, the A is never pronounced A like it is in English. It's always pronounced ah, 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 ah. Right? like a doctor is putting a tonsure in your mouth. I don't know if they still do that, but in the old days they used to do that. Say ah, ah. All right, so E, E, O, A. It's just that simple, all right? Now, these triangles, the first one pointing down is E. Second one pointing up is E. The next one pointing to the right is O. The last one pointing to the left is A. E, E, O, A. Now, when we add a W, or when we add a dot, it adds a W. So then we have we, wo, wa, right? And we can put that on any of these symbols to add a W. Now here's the next one, B and P, like the same consonant, B and P. One's hard and one's soft. That's the only difference. Okay, so we have be, bi, bo, ba. Then we have D and T. One's hard, one's d, t. Te, ti, to, ta. Then we have G and K. K, ko, ka. Then we have J and CH. J, ch. Che, chi, cho, cha. Then we have M, which doesn't have a second consonant. Me, mi, mo, ma. Likewise, N, it doesn't have a second consonant. Ne, ni, no, na. Then we have S and Z. S, z. Se, si, so, sa. Then we have SH and ZH. She, she, sho, sha. And finally, for Ojibwe, we have the consonant Y, never a vowel like it is in English. So we have Y, ye, ye, yo, ya. And that is all I need for Ojibwe, right? Now, if I want to speak Cree or Inuktitut or other language, we can use these letters that are not in the Ojibwe, most Ojibwe dialects or Anishinaabemowin dialects. Okay, the first one is L, le, lo, la. Second one is R, re, re, ra. The third one is F, V, and PH, fi, fo, fa. And the last one is TH, the, tho, tha. And that, my friends, is all you need to be able to read and write in any language in the world, including, and it's a very good way to read and write in Anishinaabemowin, regardless of what dialect you use or what community you're from. You can use this to write your language in your dialect, if you so choose. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for today. It's just going to be a short lesson, and just as an introduction to the syllabic alphabet. So let me recite it one more time so that you can hear the entire syllabic alphabet without any interruptions. E, O, A, we, we, wo, wa, be, bi, bo, ba, te, ti, to, ta, ke, ki, ko, ka, che, chi, cho, cha, me, mi, mo, ma, ne, ni, no, na, se, si, so, sa, she, she, sho, sha, ye, yi, yo, ya, le, li, lo, la, re, ri, ro, ra, fe, fi, fo, fa, the, thi, tho, ta. Nahau, miwe, miigwech.